Yep.
Yeah, this is my common flow ain't common though. I'm a Commodore, these niggas more dominoes. Saturn return got me feeling like it's time to go, so I'm staring in the magic mirror like dominoes. Come along, you know this your favorite song, baby. Whip a Toyota in my mind, it's a new Mercedes. Sober lately, been trying to get it together, pouring way more in myself. The rain cannot stop this. Ain't rocking these crystals for optics, not a magic at play like Hogwarts. You know that we at war, so I'm loaded and mad focus like I wrote this. I add dosage of that dope shit, ain't no more hoping. Heart open, purse the beat like surgery till they heard of me. The urgency of leaving this planet didn't occur to me. The 17 dark dreams and odd things happened in reality. That was not me. Fuck that. Toe tags and dirty rags to riches, mad stitches, but the pain made me strong. So when the vision came along, wasn't nothing to write me a new song. Transmuted into righting my wrongs, and now we gone. The worst thing you could ever ask is how long. When the time come along, you'll know it. Real gem from a poet, myself who I owe it to. Even when shit uncomfortable, remember to change the view. Davey.
Another lecture, ain't no pressure for these peons. By the time they catch up, homie, we gone. Fly out the sky, get you high like the weed strong. Beast to the grave, damn day, we be on. 10 years plus, like car seats, I'm strapped in. Never gotta worry what'd happen if I tapped in. Now I'm the captain, I steer the ship. Saturn return, let it burn, look more, not a spirit rich. I got a fever pitch, limping out of Boston. Women kind of view, stunning Steve Austin. Virgo moon, temperament is placid, but walking through my 12 is like tripping off on acid. We got an army of light, you not scaring us. Light workers came here to fight, word to Aquarius. I do my shit in the sky, you know it, man. Slap a fool, call me Gemini, man.
Just said a prayer for all of my enemies. Cause see the value in things that give them security is all in jeopardy. I took on training in yin yang, I just been balancing energy. I know that you gon' remember me, all that I taught you is stored in your memory. Watching the matrix break, my mind used to be a prison, I done made a great escape. I found relief and release and peace, and that been my saving grace. Now I've been playing for keeps, they keep trying to change the pace. It's only one me, it's only one you, nobody could take your place. Watching social media become the norm in the media. Got you moving like a clown now, you a local comedian. Hardly doing what you like, you only one likes, you hoping they seeing it. Lying in hopes they believe in it, all in your stories, you know that it's corny, but you get the validation from attention. You got options, DM popping, but when it come to real, I'm who you mention. When another plan, they went offensive, they don't understand, so they defensive. I think they need to go open their chakras, I think they need to go focus their senses. Hoping you meant it, cause you'll never get that me again. I'm just the type of force that you won't see again. Think you be better off, go ahead be it then. I gave you blind faith, wasn't seeing it. I was in flow state, you ain't see them in. Know your role fake and you don't wanna see me when I gave the truth to you when you seen it. And shouldn't be news to you, this ain't seeing it. Man in the mirror is who I'm competing with. Succeeding and focus on self now, Leo, so you know I'm coming with fire. Just watching haters have a meltdown, come to the fame, they let it be sire. So they soul is on sale now, is Flo retired or is he just quiet? They can hardly even tell now.
You are watching a master.
Heard you looking for me, you needed some more inspiration, but I'm busy working on this mastery, a different class and league. I got the information to deliver something that I'm never done with. No oppressors hunting for my liberation, no consideration for the way I made it through the matrix. I ain't do no.
This time and I'm on, can't fuck with this rhyming I'm on. Seen them talk, now all of them gone. Seen that dog, I gave it a ball. They like, what is he on? On God, all you my sons. On God, I kill you for fun. On God, there can only be one. Call me Unc, now watch me walk it out. It's on sight, we blast, not talk it out. Kill you goofies, fuckers you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you talking about. 26-year-old dropout. Made 6 figures when I clocked out. Mama said, get my degree, got that with a breeze. Now I rock when my cock out.
Put it on God, put it on Jesus, put it on Yah, put it on Bees, put it on Allah, put it on
death isn't one, it'll come in a 3.
Another soul I'm out here slaying, another body out there decaying, another false god y'all obeying, another lie getting paraded. Live the truth, watch me demonstrate it. Showed you love even though you hate it. Know the day that your death is fated. I'll make sure that I never say it. Really, I'm not the one to play with. When I knock on that door, it's time to let go. Just give me your soul. I sever that cord, you lose the control. I'm racking up spirits, they racking up dough. Dealing that peace on the low. I cheat on my goals, my words really go. Got more than enough, but it's time to get more.
Put it on God, put it on Jesus, put it on Yah, put it on Beast, put it on Allah, put it on Reason, put it on I, put it on we, put it on God, put it on Shiva, put it on Ra, put it on Eve. Facade and I leave it. Death isn't one, it'll come in a 3. Please just
call me Unk, now watch me walk it out. It's on sight, we blast, not talk it out. Kill you goofies, fuck is you talk about? Don't give a fuck what you talk about. 34-year-old tapped in, driver's seat, I'm strapped in. Serving all over your lane, I must be insane. Dying, I'm laughing.
put it on God, put it on Jesus, put it on Yah, put it on Beast, put it on Allah, put it on Reason, put it on I, put it on we, put it on God, put it on Shiva, put it on Ra, put it on Eve. See the facade and I leave it. Death isn't one, it'll come in a 3.
Can't fuck with this time and I'm on. Can't fuck with this rhyme and I'm on. Seen them talk, now all of them gone. Seen that dog, I gave it a bone. They like, what is he on? On God, all you my sons. On God, I kill you for fun. On God, it can only be. I got that, and I know you want that, yeah. I said I got that, ayy, and I know you want that. Yeah, I said I got that. Word that, word that, word that, word that, word that, word that, word. I know you like that. Word that, word that, word that, word that, word. Hey, yeah. She like, let's get to work. Bitch, I've been working, and you about to work for me. Now get twerking. Shake that money, make it, then reverse it. Bring it back, show me that you're really worth it. I work hard, but I'm hardly working. I work smart, getting paid while I work it. Imperfect, but I'm still perfect. I'm old school. Write my curses out in cursive. I get though. Hey. Bitches call me Simon cause I said so. And these niggas choking, they got strep though. I get low, then kill him with the birdie, that's my death stroke. Fuck with me, you could get your wig popped. Headshot, headshot, like a battle rap. Hit you with my battle axe. Says you him, you not that. Bitch, you know I got that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. Bitch, I got that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work.
Nala Brown, Gemini magicians always plotting on a deal. Putting in that work like this cotton in the field. Another beat, another meal. Brother speaking how you feel. Word to mama, but working on the trauma so we heal. Keep it real, milk on the black milk. Raised by the pimps, used to let they head tilt. Thread straight silk, working on caprices. They trapping on the block while I'm working on my thesis. Nala Brown, king of the Tissound, Brizzag. Sigmas, I'm stepping and rapping for the Sisag. Nigga, where you been out searching for lust? Buffalo came up, cause other working on trust. I see the moves, it took a cue to get my biz tight. Things improve, I'm up working every midnight. True MC, third base like search. Word in my face on a book, I got work.
That, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. Yeah, I got that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. You know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. Ayy. Oh, Michi, thank you very much. I forgot. We're doing the 2-cup ritual. I completely forgot. I actually have a candle that I was going to light, so we'll do this at the end. But get your 2 cups, baby. This idea was recommended by Colby, so hopefully he catches the replay. But get your water ready. If you don't, it's totally cool. We'll do it with you, for you. right. I got the mug. I got the clear cup. Let's go. Let's go. All right, get in my Ace of Cups goblet. Let's go, baby. I've seen it. I saw Dove showed up to the last Q&A just looking majestic as fuck with her Ace of Cups goblet. Like, that's how I knew we got the gang together. So it's dope. All right. Yep. Shout out to Kobe. Check on my community tab if you still want the a download of the phone screen that he shared. That being said, guys, let's do it. I'm gonna break down this aspect right here. We're here at the apex. This is the new moon in Pisces. Let's go. Okay, you already know. Let's go. Nah, but for real, we're at 28 degrees. I didn't even time it this way. I didn't think it would be exactly on here. So I have a few things I want to say. I'm going to break down the next 2 weeks of the significance of this activation. Then we're going to pour one water into another cup to represent coming out of this old world into the next. We're going to drink it. Then I'm going to light this candle. You're going to make a wish or as many wishes as you want. And by all means, after you make this wish, do not go back on your word. All right. That is not our ninja way. Whatever it is you set the intention to here, you are more than fully committed to seeing through. As soon as you make this wish, it is activated. Let me tell you something. You will never in your entire life come upon the peak of energy this ripe, of perspective and alignment this ripe, ever in your life again. It's going to take at least 250 years just for Pluto to come back into this position. You see this Uranus sextile? Huh? You see at the end of Taurus, Uranus at 28 degrees. You see the sun and moon at 28 degrees. You're never going to have an alignment like that again in at least 65 years. Okay, so take advantage. There's 70 plus people watching live, and they're going to set the intention that your intention comes true. This is a freebie. At this peak level of awareness, there's less work necessary at the end of the cycle, to where us just congregating and setting our intentions compounds the previous 12 new moon cycles we've done. And with Uranus sextiling, you could look forward to miraculous rewards. That's why I call this rewarding final activation of meta magic. We're going to go back in time in this new Peace Mobile point 3.0, since the AIs have scrapped our AstroSeek. This is fucking crazy, by the way, mind you. But yeah, it's still offline. So with that being said, it's cool. We got Astro theme, baby. All right, this 28 degree sextile is huge. Mars is getting ready to trine Jupiter. Mercury's getting ready to on what? The North Node. You ain't gonna get a North Node like this in another 20 years. So this is it, baby. This is it. We're gonna break this down. Woo! You're still alive. Congratulations. And I don't mean in like a weird way where people think you're AI and you have 6 figures in a video and they're not sure if you're like you're very clear you're alive. All right. I'm not making claims that somebody is alive or dead. Really don't care. You're alive. And that's what's very important, because you've made it into the next round of the Hunger Games. Now, if you're not aware, some forces out in this world may be trying to kill you. Relax, nothing new. It's not really like you against the whole world. Maybe you versus like 13 people. I stole that from a tweet I saw on X. Now, that being said, I'm not saying this to fearmonger or live in paranoia, because your spirit team wishes that somebody would play with you. See, we're going to make a wish for this new moon intention, and your spirit team, the intangible quality of your own subconscious, conscious, and super conscious that exists as you project through your imagination, thoughts, and beliefs in whatever form they take, or you project on this physical reality, they are wishing somebody would. They are with all this development, all this shift in your consciousness. Your spirit team is restless. They're like, I wish someone would try my dude. I wish someone would try my gal. I wish somebody would try me. I wish somebody will try me so they can see we haven't just been spiritual mumbo jumboing this whole time. Thank you. This is it, guys. We legitimately right at dawn. 2 days into Aries season. We start Aries season off with the Neptune conjunction. 24th, we have the Saturn conjunction. The rest of this week, coming into next week, it's up. It's up. And then Mars eventually by the new moon is going to be in Aries, and it's really up. So that being said, guys, we are minding our business. We stay in our lanes. We set for life. Everything works out in our fucking favor because we don't fucking cry to reality in order to align with our beliefs. We make reality our bitch. Reality catching up to us. All right. Stop saying nonsense like, oh, I just need to get my money right. No, start telling the truth. Reality hasn't caught up to my wealth yet. This slow ass third dimension. This slow ass third ass dimension still catching up to how rich I am, son. That's how you need to talk. That's how you need to talk. Yes, any one of you will be lucky to date me. Any one of you will be lucky to have it. But that's how you have to talk to the universe. That's how you have to speak. The universe will be like, oh, I stand corrected. I see you got shit on lock. I see you got shit on lock, Starseed. So, okay, I see what this is. This Taurus ass, Virgo ass, Capricorn ass world, which I mean, it's very real in a sense, but it's slower than the other elements. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give it time. You gotta give it time. You gotta give it time to catch up to where we at. We're not chasing dreams. We're not chasing results. We're not obsessed with success. That's what we are. That's what you were born. Okay. You were at some point a part of your father's sack and you made it to your mother's egg. You beat out millions of other sperm in this race towards life. And you out here living like you can't get anything that you want on command. You can't blame anything but yourself. Take your power back, baby. And this is the final activation of meta magic you are being rewarded with. All right, let me tell you something. Moving forward, we are not letting muggle ass bitches tell us who we are and what to do. They're the ones who willingly injected some Mossad spy's DNA into their body, who wanted to put DNA into these certain you-know-whats. Now, is that true? That shit better not be true. I'm not going to speak on, but the fact that that was even in conversation and a possibility, you would think we were the weird ones for turning down some experimental jab. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, COVID has gone nowhere. It is a very real virus. I've never once said it was fake. And I think it's very important for you to keep that in mind moving forward into this next round of the Squid/Hunger Games / Patriot Games, because one of every person of each state is going to fight. That's a real plot development. All right, my man. That being said, we saying no to Mabs moving forward, baby. We not letting Mabs tell us what the fuck to do. We not letting anybody who does not know the degree sign aspect or quality of their moon sign tell you what to do. They don't even fucking know who they are. They don't. It's different. It's different if they have an interest to learn. They're just ignorant of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to learn what it is. They just don't know. No, we cherish people like that. We talking about these willingly ignorant, making ignorance cool mofos who you ask what their moon sign is. They're like, what's that? Huh? You listening to somebody like you listening to a dum-dum that doesn't know their chart ruler? Listen, moving forward, we're doing a chart ruler test. Next time someone puts bass in their voice trying to tell you what to do, ask them, hey, what the fuck is your chart ruler? Who the fuck is your chart? What's a chart ruler? You gonna let a dumb like that tell you what to do? Huh? I don't care what expertise they have in their field. Come on, let's be completely real. You gonna let a gun to your head. Here is a pack of 78 cards. Read me an accurate tarot reader. I'm going to blow your fucking brains out. How many of those people will die because they can't even give a basic reading? You gonna let that motherfucker tell you what to do? A muggle ass bitch? Man, listen, that's why we light this candle. All right, I'm going out my way to look as delusional as possible in case you think there's some sense of rationality needed in a practice that is intrinsic in your blood and veins. And I'm just using the words to make this sound like a lot more luxurious than it is. We keep it basic and simple. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to serve and to share this insight with you. And as we shift into the next stage of this conscious path, road, and development, I am excited for how amazing all of the work you've put in is going to just continue to break through and completely establish and set you apart as those that know their God will do exploits. All right, let's go. I don't care if I'm quoting text. That being said, guys, don't ever forget the inner spark. We are coming out of an age that has desperately tried to monopolize truth by using this sense of exotericism or exoteric quote unquote wisdom to tell you and convince you that the God or the answer and solutions you need are outside of you, some imaginary construct and collective unconscious belief, some product, some scientific theoretical model that is supposed to define and map out facets of you that predate the even concept of their existence. Okay, this is, of course, putting you in a position to remember that you were born down to your DNA with all the keys and everything that you need to get through this waking, living dream. Moving forward, we're not accepting any narratives that attempt to downplay the significance of your own intrinsic knowing and value. Not that you're still not in the real world and you can't also balance that with whatever facts are real this time. They constantly change. For example, unless you're a Pisces, I'm not telling you to tell your doctor, oh, your diagnosis doesn't mean shit to me. I'm going to forego your years of expertise. Only Pisces can do that. Only Pisces can look at a doctor and say, I don't give a fuck about all your years of expertise and study. I'm going to go with my book. Only Pisces can get away with that. Most of you are not a Pisces. You still live in a third dimension. So just keep that in mind. I will never tell you to not listen to your doctor. I am not a medical professional or a financial professional as well. Always consult professionals you need. But remember, you're the one who makes these decisions and you are not chained at the same time. All right. You just know you're responsible for every decision you make, something that Saturn and Aries will remind you. Okay. There's no reason you can balance both polarities. One enables the innovation of these fields. Another allows a grounded approach that is not just teetering on the edge of full on delusional. But if you do want to go full on to Lulu, welcome to the new moon in Pisces. Now, we have finally made it to the end of this Uranus cycle. And in order to really embrace what this means, let's go back to 2025. You see, 2025, ladies and gentlemen, brought forth with it a very profound understanding of what indeed it does mean to really step into this sense of innovation. You see, coming into May of 2025, you see that was a 27-degree conjunction in Uranus. That is the cycle we activated last year that we are now, of course, putting in our position to complete the breakthrough of. Okay, so if you can see, that was, of course, then. If we go to now, 27 conjunction now is 28 degrees sextile Uranus here as accordingly. So, okay, I knew something was off. We actually are. Oh, wait. Yeah, we actually are in. We still have a degree left coming into, of course, this new moon. So the new moon is going to be exact maybe in another couple of hours. This is totally fine. We're okay. No. See, so it looks like in Vegas we're here. This doesn't make sense because the time zone is going to be the same, but regardless, this is just a shift in certain minutes. That being said, this is it. So as you can see, last year, May 17th, we activated Uranus. This angle to Uranus means that we are being rewarded with the completion. So we had the activation, which sowed the final seeds of innovation. We say final because 2018 was when we initially entered Taurus with Uranus. And now 2025 is the last activation of the cycle, that through 27 degrees Aquarius, we cross the finish line, and now 300 degrees away of the sun and moon to Uranus, not only bring a lunar subconscious understanding, but a full-on conscious awareness of how now, since 2010, Uranus has gone through Aries, 2018, Uranus has gone through Taurus. This is an innovation of our identity and our bodies, our worth and our value, a radical acceptance of our worth that allows us to embrace eccentricities and certain habits and qualities that will piss other people off because it goes against their expectations. It goes against their understanding of who they believe you're supposed to be, with which you have room to have as much fun with this as possible. Okay, where you'll know, because most people won't be able to back up the stuff they're saying. They're just going to keep parroting it because there's nothing they can do in the face of your unconventional value. And now Uranus going into Gemini is going to apply this innovation on your of course, identity and body. And it's going to apply this moving forward into your mind. This is going to be an innovation of Magic Colby. We're doing a 2-cup ritual. What's up, buddy? All right. And if the federal government made an official web domain for aliens today, and according to the president, that was just to mock illegal aliens. He said, yeah, I just did that to make fun of you motherfuckers entering this country. Bruh. This man's tweets have been on a Hall of Fame level. Like he's just been crashing out. This is definitely a legendary run, and I'm not saying this is a compliment or a diss. It's just we're gonna look back on history. Like this is unprecedented. No president before this president has tweeted half of the maniacal shit that this president has. And I think for what it's worth, it does have its place in history. Now, that being said, okay, it's very important because all of this shift and wave into this next cycle is going to be experienced and felt rather jarringly. By the end of today, the moon will be in Aries, and this is going to, great question, Infinite Flow, really step you in to the unique, authentic, and individual direction you get ready to step into. Yes, before Elon Musk bought Twitter and turned it into what it is now. Okay. For better or for worse. That being said, yes, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. That being said, guys, we're here. We're fucking here. Okay. Now, once again, an activation of this caliber is in a mutable sign. So what is it that we're activating? Magic. The first sign, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, that's power. That's cardinality. These seasons represent tropically the start and beginning of a new season where we push forward. Then we have the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. This is the strengthened middle part of a season. Then we have the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sag, Pisces, which is, of course, the end of the season that take the direction we moved in cardinally, strengthened to its peak in the middle, and now shift with the effect that changes our perception so that what we do at the end of a season, we apply that perception in the beginning of a new season, cardinally, in this case from Pisces to Aries, taking this concept of who we believe we are and then applying that in Aries, where we take individual actions that apply these beliefs, thus defining our character. That's it. Now, with Saturn and Neptune, you're going to be forced to do this at the height of your integrity. There's no more mistakes. I mean, there could be, but you must really commit, all right, to who you have decided you are. We're limitless, we're self-reliant, everything works out in our favor. And so you can keep believing that, but like if you're not taking actions through Aries that you are tested, you will actively test and be like, oh, okay, motherfucker, everything works out in your favor. Boom. What you gonna do here? If you go back on your word, that's on you. You effectively made a contract with Kronos, and he's going to test you to see if you bout it or you were just talking. For those of you who are willing to overcome those challenges, you're going to show you really built for this. All right. So with that being said, I want to show you the Uranus sextile, because now at this 300-degree angle, as we step into Aries for the next 30 degrees, Okay. This is going to convert the activation of this magical perspective into actions that you will experience everything you've been innovating, everything you've been unconventionally working towards actually come through. That's what the signature is. You are coming into the rewards. Aquarius 300-degree signatures are rewards from career. You establish through the 10th house signature the actual success, and then the 11th house is you receiving those rewards. You establish the work in the 10th house, and then the 11th house is the gross pay that you get paid out. Then the second house is your net pay after, you know, the government and people take the cheese from the cool. All right, the 11th house is where you divvy up the work with your friends, your social circle, and then boom, your second house is your own wealth. So why this is very important is because you've pretty much set this up for a while, and this is the type of angle where all your wishes come true at once at this very end stage. So you start the next cycle with everything. And then you have to have the integrity to maintain it. That's this type of cycle. It's not work really hard and then you'll get it. It's we're going to give you everything up front. And if you fuck it off, we are going to collect. We're going to give you what you want up front. And if you screw that up, boy, we on your ass. If we're going to give you because you've been talking about what you want, we're going to give it to you, but have the integrity to maintain it. Because when Libra season comes and we oppose Saturn, we're going to collect tax to see if you reap what you sowed. If you read the Bible, you've seen this in the parable of the master and the talents. You better multiply his talents because this is it, baby. Now, that being said, all right, let us actually break down the next 2 weeks. All right, be mindful of your third dimensional vices. Now, what's very significant once again is, we have Mercury getting ready to go direct. We have Mars getting ready to trine Jupiter direct in Cancer. And now Venus in Aries is smacking the shit out of people who have the audacity to play with your heart. And Venus, like we mentioned in the transit talk, is asking a very important question. Are you still letting people play your heart? Are you playing yourself? Because there is a militant, vibrant approach that is carving the way through to polish the integrity with which you carry yourself that others will be forced to respect or suffer consequences. All right. So this is everything that as the sun goes into Aries, you're going to be aware of what you've done. This is not planets doing this for you. This is alignment. So while these transits occur, what were you doing? Were you waiting for something to do it for you? Were you sowing weakness? That's what you're going to prepare to be aware you're sowing, you're reaping. Were you sowing power? That's what you're going to be aware you're reaping. The planet alignments do affect us, but it's your decisions that do the effect. It's not the planets themselves that make what happen. The planets are just events that during these events, your actions align through these timers through which what you're going to put in, that's what you get out. That's what is happening. All right. The planets really just represent the timeline of what events are occurring with which you can align with. Mercury didn't make whatever happened. Mercury might have influenced the event that occurred, but it's your reaction to that event, which is your karma. It is your response to what's happening that really has you break through. And that's what brings more power back to you, because you're not a victim of these circumstances. You always have the choice to adapt. And that's where the shaping up of your mindset has prepared you for this. So the sextile to Uranus is not only activating new magic. Remember, the cardinals are power. That power converts to energy. And you could even look in energy in this case. I like to use a fan as an example. Energy converting into the power to work. Power, force, actions you take strengthen, of course, the energy that goes into these actions. And then these actions produce a mutable effect that shifts. We are in the mutable quadrant. Thank you, breathe and move. We are at the mutable quadrant at the end of Pisces that is activating the final form of magic, the magic that shapes beliefs throughout the entire collective. And all you are being asked is to make a wish. What is it that you believe and intend to step through? Do you even have to believe it? No, as much as you just have to repeat it. But like, you want to activate these new perspectives every which way throughout the past 28 days. Your beliefs have been adjusted by your own merit. Now you're moving forward and applying that into Aries that will convert that magic into raw original power. Okay. Power through the actions you take. These actions are going to generate energy. The raw physical power you take, the actions you take, will convert into physical strength and energy. This is a great application. If through this Aries season you're going to take actions, those actions are going to have effect on your body and mind. And this is the cycle we do every year. But this year, we have a planet hasn't been here in 30 years, and we have another planet that hasn't been here since America's first Civil War, literally to the degree. Like, what the last time it was 1 degree, it was the Civil War. Okay, cool. So that being said, guys, congratulations, you have made it. And what you want to do moving forward is to really take stock of what you're getting ready to take with you, and to not really keep any burdens that don't necessarily align with who you are. So moving forward, as I've told you, we are going to immediately experience over the next 24 hours the stepping in of the moon into Aries. Okay, it's going to cross over Neptune and Saturn, and this is immediately going to help you understand the next step of what level of authenticity do I understand I could push through. We're going to do the monthly peace report on Monday so that we could talk about Aries season. But this moon in Aries is very crucial the next couple of days, which is immediately going to serve a couple purposes. It's going to open up the gate for the sun to enter Pisces. So before our consciousness eclipses through the end of this cycle and starts a new one in Aries, the moon has already moved ahead of us to help us understand our path forward before we now apply our awareness to where we're going. This is going to give us proper footing. We're going to understand, you know what? I believe that I can achieve this. So if I did want to achieve this, what would I want to do? What do I understand I would want to take to get there? That's what the moon is going to do. You're going to feel it, and then the sun's going to step in there. And while the sun begins its awareness through there, where is the moon going to be? The moon is going to be in Taurus. All right. The moon in Taurus is now going to extend upon this Taurus-like signature by naturally grounding the values and the practical understanding through our senses as we emerge awareness through our original characters in preparation for a massive reboot. This is what now makes this aspect crazy by Sunday, because as you can see, okay, the sun is in between Saturn and Neptune. The moon is on Uranus. So this period is us still sowing seeds. And the seeds you're sowing are pushing you to take actions. You are challenging yourself, are authentic to you, not what other people expect for you to fulfill. You have to fight the good fight and take the karma of the good, the bad, and ugly that comes with making difficult decisions as aligned with not what's good for you, what is authentic to you. How would the true, real you act? Now, that's going to bring us into the moon in Gemini. The moon in Gemini is immediately going to make a 30-degree angle to the sun in Aries. That's going to activate a true intellectual understanding of the language we're beginning to speak that aligns with the character we are actively defining. Mars is going to trine Jupiter, and so the actions we believe we must take are going to align with the expansion of what more we feel we can do and how much more psychic we feel we are. While the moon is sextiling or trining Pluto and the sun is getting ready to sextile Pluto, this is going to really put into words the forward movement and direction we are headed into. That sets up, of course, the 24th, where we're going to activate this individual contract with Saturn, officially activating this new cycle into the new world order. This is the first day of the new world order that is officially being activated. Yes, Saturn was in Aries last year, but we did not have a Saturn Sun conjunction like we will coming into next week. That's what brings us to the moon in Cancer. This 90-degree square is now a week from today, where now, of course, all the seeds we planted from now until a week from now are going to start to break through the ground, fertile on Jupiter, which is going to add more deeper understanding of who we feel we are, that has to align with who we are, where we are authentically taking action as. The moon will now dive deeper in Cancer to have us fully integrate the depth of this feeling. And through that balance, we're going to fully express the courageous understanding of how we socially integrate our individuality. This is you feeling like you're expressing new talents on stage so that you can fully express with your, of course, foot on the gas, this definition of who you are becoming. Then we're going to have the moon in Virgo, which is going to integrate 150 degrees the behavioral patterns of the definition of this new character. Mercury is direct, Mars is getting ready to go into Aries, and most importantly, Venus has finished out of Aries, and it is now grounding hyper practically into Taurus, as we talked about during our transit talk, leading us into, of course, one of the most important full moons at the 1st of April that you will lovely experience. And then, as you can see, the new moon 2 weeks from now, which I'll show you, it's going to be even wilder. So this full moon is going to take the first stage of the new moon of developing your character, your values, the thoughts of this person, the feelings of who you are, the talents of who you are, wrapping all of these dynamics into a pattern of behavior, and then getting ready to break through this 2-week sowing period to harvest who you are. All right, I'm going to say that again. We're activating the belief of who we are. We're going to define our understanding of who that is. We're going to ground the values of who that is. We're going to now shape the thoughts of who we are. We're now going to integrate our deeper feelings of where we feel we belong. We're going to integrate the strengthened quality of our creative talents that take into account these first 3 dynamics and facets and elements. Then we're going to put all of them together through Virgo, practice, practice, practice. And then what are we going to do when it's opposite in Libra? We're going to begin to break through and present the development of the character we took the past 2 weeks from 2 weeks from now to develop. And then we'll reconvene with the full moon there. Very, very gangster. Okay. So that being said, now that we've kind of broken down the next 2 weeks, it's time to do the ritual. There's no turning back from this, guys. Once we do this, it's set in stone. Okay. Well, let me not say stone. We off to the races. Off to the races. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a wish, baby. We're going to make important wishes. All right. You can make as much wishes as you want. You can just set an intention. It's very simple. All right. So basically, you don't have to have 2 cups. You can do it with me in spirit. For those of you who have 2 cups, this is the cup that represents the world we're coming out of. And this is the cup that represents the world we're coming into. I want you to hold this first cup, and whether you have a cup or not, it's cool. You can still do this in spirit. I want you to hold this, and I want you to really feel the gratitude of everything that you've learned coming out of this old world. I want you to really think of everything you've accomplished, little, big, or everything in between, and who you've met along the way, and what's the most important thing you've taken away from this. I want you to look at everything you're leaving behind. I want you to really capture a lot of mindsets and beliefs you're not going to bring out of you from this old world. I'm not trying to say new world, new you, new moon, new you. You're going to be you regardless. Everyone's allowed to change, grow, and evolve. However, we are coming out of one hardware into a new hardware. You can't bring the memory out of a PS2 into a PS3. You might be the same person playing it, but you're in a new console. It's just a fact. So that being said, I want you to really feel that. Cool. Next, I want you to take the next cup, and I want you to really envision, feel, and be, well, yeah, I want you to of course claim what you're coming into, and honestly just feel excited about it. We'll step back into this once we pour it in, but I'm gonna give you time to work on this cup first. Yeah, baby. Ooh. All right. Whoo. Very exciting. Very exciting. All right. So I want you to envision the end state of the culmination of every single one of your dreams without limit, of every single thing that you know you're here to achieve, accomplish. And I want you to look at it as if it's already done. Now it's time to pour the cups of one world to another world. 2-cup method. I put some ice in this bitch. Boom, we're here. Now I want you to take this cup and I want you to feel it. Right now, I'm being fed grapes and I'm being fed mozzarella sticks by lovely beings. And it's amazing. I'm on a beach somewhere. It's fucking lit. Right now, I'm in a club we own. It's all of us in this club enjoying our presence. Awesome gang. I'm with Infinity Gang right now. I could feel it. I could see it in my mind's eye. Somebody tried to come into the club and ruin the party, and we all jumped their ass. I'm seeing it right now. We're stomping the bejesus out of this hater. And now we're celebrating like, yeah, we kicked their ass. And none of us got charged with any crimes. It was such a beautiful feeling. We jumped the living shit out this motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. They really tried us. Infinity Gang, man. All right, so that's it. So once you've seen this, it's time to drink. And as you drink this symbolically represents your entrance into this new world, this commitment to seeing through what you have claimed and what you believe moving forward you're committing to. Oh, and supernatural activations of power. So what's also going to occur, I hope everyone else's wishes come true as they step anew. I love the rhyming. So what's also true is you're going to notice at a very uncanny level a hyper acceleration of supernatural abilities and supernatural qualities of your brain and body to just sprout up out of nowhere, even though they've taken over 13 years to develop within you. What's also beautiful is that this is preparing you for May 1st or May 21st, 2026, when we're going to have the Uranus conjunction in Gemini, because that's going to open up a whole new cycle of a rapid hyper acceleration of how quick it is you're able to learn concepts, one and due to the increased one due in part to the innovation of technology, and another due in part to you being able to perform abilities you really thought were just sci-fi before or fantasy. Okay, so your intuition is getting stronger, but it's just at this angle where we see, of course, the placements converging. It's going to happen so quickly and exponentially moving forward that all you have to do is just rest in everything that you have been taught while being willing to throw away everything you've learned, which makes no sense, I understand, and get ready to integrate what you've learned in new ways. Okay, because you're using new hardware, because your consciousness is upgrading to new hardware and software. What you were used to being able to do before is now obsolete, and this new moon sextile Uranus is going to expertly in grand fashion really let's just say capture that. Okay, And once again, I think it's a lot to look forward to for many reasons. And you're going to really be able to capitalize in ways that really challenge a whole lot of your view of the world. Okay. So, whew, that was a mouthful. All right. Unlearning and relearning. Um, this is going to, through Aries season, the first half, develop powers. It's going to prepare to activate new power by the new moon at the end of Aries. So this is going to start to unveil how this new magic is developing this new powerful hardware. And you could look forward with this sextile to Uranus, as we can see right now, to a very unconventional acceleration that's going to tie in together everything that you have been intending for and working towards to come through. The only question here is, who is the person who owns all of that? You must be that person now. You must be here now. Do not wait for anything to happen before you're that person now. So before we close out, I am going to pull a tarot card, because why not? Just look forward to, just live as if you've just received the greatest news and you could receive even greater news at any moment. We do have, oh my God, we literally have the wish come true. You can't make this up. Guys, I'm not joking. Once I light this candle, your wishes have come true. This is the Espiritu Santo. Okay, this is the Holy Spirit that's going to descend like a dove and be like, hey, I heard you wish for this. We call this dove service. This is your wish coming true. This is your wish coming true. Look at this. Look at this. You see this cup? Boom. Boom. I'm not making this up. I literally said a dove. I literally said a dove. Listen, the awakening of these powers are going to be so fluent. You're going to realize they've been awakened. You just have to rid yourself of distractions, aka muggle ass bitches who tell you how to be magic. Like, the shit is fucking insane. Like, just the concept of that. But that being said, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Now, here's the thing. Don't let what you came this far to not fold. Okay, so don't necessarily let what things look like on the surface deter you. Just hold space and move forward as if it's already done. That 9 of Cups is not waiting for their wish. They've said the word and they're sitting in satisfaction because everything you've wished for is coming true. And I don't want to say it as if you're not taking action. When I say wish, I'm not talking about everything you've idly sat down and waited to happen. I'm saying every action you've taken, every thought, every belief, every habit that you've put yourself in a position to move towards your goals. You are seeing a major convergence. This is called the Really Badly Drawn Tarot Deck by Friend One. Shout out to Forest Fairy Tarot. So this is beautiful. I told you, we're not playing. This is astromancy. This is cartomancy. And so, as you can see, we're going to light this candle. When we light this candle, we're going to make a wish. Know that whatever, there's 140 people watching right now. And with the collective conscious activation of Pisces in a sign fertile for such collective wishes, you are setting intentions on a broadcast, which is equivalent to a portal with which your intentions are exponentially being boosted by 144 other people's intentions. This is going to, with the sextile to Uranus, manifest in Taurus instant results and rewards. All you have to do is be the person who is meant to receive that. Don't wish for love and then walk around as someone who's unloved. That is a direct contradiction. Walk around like you own the place. It's literally that simple. And be the fulfillment of your wishes so that the fulfillment of your wishes know where to converge. It's as simple as that. All right. So congratulations. I'm being told by spirit and by wonderful star seeds. And what are you saying, ghosts? I'm being told by spirit that you deserve this. And you work. Okay, no, but in all seriousness, you really do deserve this. This isn't just coming out of nowhere. This is the culmination of you being at the right place at the right time. Mercury and Mars are still quite literally by the nodes. So your actions and your thoughts are literally aligned with destiny and what you're meant to believe, to think and do. So love it like it's already yours always. And walk forward in the Aries season with full on excitement that you're stepping into this. So let's do this, baby. I want you right now to focus on your wish. I wish we are all set for life is what I would wish, but we're already set for life. So I want you to think of every intention. You're welcome to, I have the ultimate manifestation playlist link down below. It's on my YouTube if you're watching on Instagram. And all you have to do, check out any of those videos if you want. This will help maintain your mindset with any of these videos, specifically the last video on robotic affirming, if you want to really take advantage of your own abilities and how quickly the alignment of this will work in your favor. Okay, so that's it. It doesn't have to be just one. It could be whatever, the good, the bad, and ugly. What people project on you, you can take that and make that your bitch. Like, it really is what it is. So I want you to really feel this like it's already true. Amen. We got it. Yeah. What's up, Infinity Gang? All right, are you ready? Come, Holy Spirit, and reveal to my soul the mysteries of heavenly things, their exceeding greatness, power, and beauty. Teach me to love them above and beyond all the passing joys and satisfactions of earth, and grant me the grace, I pray, that I might attain to them and possess them and hold them hereafter my own forever. Amen, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Bonnie Jean. This is it. Yeah, this is it. You ready? We got it. And so it is. And it is so. And so it is. And now I want each and every single one of you to set the intention that everyone else's wishes in here come true for the highest good of all. I set the intention that every single one else who showed up and was present with us and shared their energy and time and made an intention, it comes true in the most spectacular way, and they immediately experience the bridge of incidents to enjoy this amazing magic that we have quite literally casted together. All right, you're not letting Mabs tell us what's up. I'm telling you, listen, if they don't know their moon sign or chart ruler, if they're willing to learn, cherish them. If they're not, don't listen to these dum-dums. No offense. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. We did it. Okay, we did it. May all our wishes come true. Your mission, should you choose to accept, specific to Mars and, of course, Mercury on the North Node, your destiny mission, should you choose to accept, is to move forward like every single one of your wishes has already come true, and you're allowing reality to catch up to you. Remember the card I pulled? We got the Ace of Cups. We literally got the Ace of Cups with a dove. I told you a dove is going to come through. We pulled the Ace of Cups with a dove descending out of thin air to give you this limitless cup, because we have an unlimited supply of quite literally anything we could ever imagine and want. Now, it's up to you to move forward like that is true, because it is. You guys stay blessed as always. Jessica, thank you so much for your for the donation, as well as Breathe and move. You guys are fucking amazing. Michi, thank you guys so much. I'm going to reconvene on Monday with the monthly peace report so that we can talk about Aries season and how awesome it's going to be. As always, you guys can order a reading on thepeacedealer.com. But if at the very least all you do is tune in and join in and watch these lives, um, may you be blessed forever. Because of that, I appreciate each and every single one of you. I started this journey 2012. I created this channel 2014, and it has been the most rewarding journey of my life. It has led me to each and every single one of you. And because of you, I've been able to lock in value that I didn't even know I had. And the importance of a service like this, I became a 5-star general. All right. I'm one of the very few people of this craft who have maintained a 5-star rating across a decade, because we're really good at what we do. And I would not be nearly as good if each and every single one of you did not invest in me and trust me to interpret and give you the interpretations that you more than well deserve. So we're not done here. I do plan to expand this and to give back more to you guys. You guys are fucking amazing. You guys are my dream come true. So I don't consider myself as needing anything else. We just gonna build on what we have. And nobody can take that away from me. Nobody can take that away from you. You guys are the fucking shit. And I appreciate you. You heard? All right. So let's keep moving forward, regardless of any difficulties or challenges that raise their head. We're going to knock through them. I'm not gonna say that. We're gonna knock through them though. All right. We reap what we sow. Y'all stay blessed as always, and congratulations for your wishes coming true.